It was. I beat a fish guy for it. Also, I found out that the Hypno Baron, or not Hypno Baron, the Ammo Baron has a freaking thing for knitting. Yeah. I'm gonna freaking embarrass him if we had internet. I agree with you, Roddy Tops. I think it's kind of ironic that a zombie is saying that. I mean, she's technically undead, but I guess by that logic, she's still technically alive. I mean, look at her. She's swaying those hips as if she's very alive. Which, you know what? I'm not going to think about that. By the way, how are y'all doing today? It is June the 28th of 2020. It's 5:41 a.m. and we are doing things post-commentary yet again for one major reason, and it's the same stupid reason that I really should have done post-commentary for that A Hat in Time episode. This was what I like to call a brain fart episode. It was done during that same recording session. I just noticed that spells out 52. How dare you? That's an evil number. It's Action 52. I fucking hate 52. It ruined that number for me. Anyway. Yeah. So, I spent a lot longer than I'm very willing to admit lost in these little rat mazes here. Well, mouse mazes. But it took me way too long to figure out what I was supposed to do, and turns out the platform that I needed was in the middle of the stage rather than the obvious platform that was hanging out. But I finally found my way here, and we gotta talk to this guy, who, I gotta admit, reminds me a lot of one of my friends. It's the same kind of humor. I mean, they share the same kind of humor. It's kind of scary. Almost kind of like a dual personality thing. It's a little weird. But now we get into the meat and potatoes of why we're here. We will be getting that guy candy fairly soon because we do have the item he requires. But first, side questing. We have a lot to do here in World 3, and most of them include the keys. Now that we have the mouse power up, we have access to quite a bit of this little area here. It's kind of crazy how much gets unlocked. So anyway, sorry about the fidgeting there, by the way. My joystick, for whatever reason, would not go down. Kind of reminds me of my mom's trackpad, which was acting like a major butthole, so I had to turn it off and give her a mouse. Now that I think about it, I probably should have saved the, mom-mouse story for this episode of Shantae Half-Genie Hero instead of the most recent episode of A Hat in Time. But, you know what? It's in the past. It was it was kind of a fun little thing, though. It was a neat little diversion. Though, I never did explain, like, other parts of the story. Like, I had to do, like, buying the mouse before I went to work, and I screwed up that puzzle there, and I just realized that. So, out I go. So, yeah, I didn't have time to brush my teeth, because I thought we would have enough time to get back to the house and grab my little knife, which thankfully I didn't need my knife tonight, but I basically all I had time for was to go to the Wally World, and then we went to Chicken Express, and it was good chicken, but it took four friggin' ever for the chicken to finally get done. And by the time we managed to pull out of the driveway, I only had like maybe 5 or 10 minutes before I had to log in. So, yeah, that was stupid. Also, speaking of stupid, You can get crushed by those blocks. I did not know that. But yeah, that was just freaking ridiculous. Like I said, it was good chicken afterwards, but it was so dumb that it took that long for freaking chicken. Mom actually got pretty mad. She was like, yeah, we're not going here anytime soon. I'm not really the biggest fan of Chicken Express to begin with. So, honestly, I'm not arguing, but, whatever. That's some unsweet tea. And I was well caffeinated today, I tell ya. It's actually why I'm still doing this at 5, like past 5:45 in the morning. Then again, that's my usual recording time anyway, but I need to get to bed soon if I'm gonna be, like, properly energized for tomorrow. But I wanted to get this episode hot and ready so that I can pre-upload it for Friday, because I'm thinking about doing kind of a interesting schedule idea. I know, I shouldn't talk about schedules because I always break them. But I had this idea of releasing 2 episodes of a certain series a day and designating them for certain specific days of the week. Like, for instance, you'll be getting the A Hat in Time episodes on Monday or Tuesday, and you'll be getting these episodes on Friday, so I figured I might as well just get them recorded ahead of time so that I wouldn't have to remember to do them during the week. I promise I'm trying to keep on top of things, but you know, sometimes you just forget. And speaking of forgetting things, dear Lord, where has the time gone? Like, seriously, it is June the 28th right now when I'm recording this. So it'll already be July by the time this gets released. How? How is it that the 4th of July from where I'm sitting is literally about a week away? Actually, it's less than a week away when I'm recording this. It's 6 days away. So, yeah, that's crazy. Pike ball! Had to celebrate the occasion, you know, getting a nice, sexy heart holder. Sorry if you hear me bumping the microphone. Had to move some hair out of my ear. It was itching it. Though speaking of, like, hair, you know, everyone's been talking about my hair recently. It's kind of funny. And that's just mostly because I've been keeping it down more often, and, you know, sometimes it looks good, but a lot of the times it looks really ratty. And it just, I don't know. Everyone's just so shocked that my hair is so long, and for the most part everyone likes it, but I just think it's kind of funny. Although, actually, when I have my hair down, a lot more people correctly identify me the first time around. And I just have to kind of, like, bite my tongue because, you know, I'm not there yet, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. So it's like, I've been keeping my hair down a lot more often. And, yeah, it's pretty fun. The only downside is that my bangs keep trying to get in my eyes, but that would happen even if I had my hair tied back. Also, we got Candy. And honestly, I think this guy needs to be fired from the health board. He uses leeches. Seriously, what century is this? This is wrong. Another major cut there because... actually, it wasn't a major cut. All that happened was that I brain farted, and it was a minor brain fart. Mostly just because I forgot that I had unblocked that way. So now we have permanent access to this weird little wizard guy with a monocle. He kind of looks like if Inspector Gadget decided to be a wizard. I don't get it. He's about as sane as Inspector Gadget. Although, I'll say this. I'd rather deal with him than play the freaking Inspector Gadget PS1 game again. Good lord. That game was just terrible. And the reason it was bad, it was so bland. It was so boring. But honestly, I really shouldn't explain that. Just go watch the Two Geeks Play episodes on them. There are only 3 of them. It's a quick set, so anyway. It really took her that long. Headset tried to slip off. It really took her that dang long to start asking Roddy Tops about, about that freaking phrase she's been using. I mean, it's the 5th time she's used it, maybe the 6th. Honestly, she really should have questioned about the 2nd time she used it. So, anyway, oh my god. Oh my god, that freaking pose she had there was so cute. I think it's kind of interesting that they maintain one of her primary poses. Because that pose that the game freeze framed her in is actually her default pose for most of the Shantae series, up until Pirate's Curse. Half-Genie Hero was when she got full animation, which is really nice. Also, Sky, what is your beef with Roddy Tops? Seriously, she's awesome. Drop your zombie protest, or your prejudice. It's 2020. We don't judge. That's a weird note to end off on. Anyway. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching this episode of Shantae Half-Genie Hero. Next time, we will head to the Hypno Baron's castle. So, until then, I have been CoraCat13, and I hope you have a fantabulous day. Bye!